Breakups can be ugly, confusing and downright devastating, but what can you do to get over one? Figure out the why. First things first, figure out the why. If you already know the why, then you're already at that point where you can start to move on. But if you don't, then you don't need to think about what went wrong. But I'm not talking about analysing every shitty little argument and blaming yourself. Now, if you know the reason for the breakup, then even though it may be hard, knowing can be a good thing. But when it happens seemingly out of nowhere and you don't even know the reason why your boyfriend left you, it's brutal. How can you supposed to get closure if he won't give you any explanation for his sudden decision to just walk out of your life? Breakups usually aren't sudden though, and most people have been thinking about it for a while before they act on it. So even though if your boyfriend left you out of nowhere, he probably spent a while thinking about leaving you beforehand, and there will surely have been some clues. So think about your relationship. Has something recently changed? Did you mention commitment? Because we all know that sometimes the big C word can send some people running for the hills. Now, what did your boyfriend tell you regarding the breakup? Hopefully he gave you some sort of explanation and maybe he would be willing to tell you more. But whatever you do, don't nag him. If he has told you that he doesn't want to talk to you, then you need to respect his decision. Unfortunately though, your boyfriend might never tell you the truth why he's left you, so you'll have to try and find that out on your own. Accept the breakup. Whatever you do, don't hold on to the hopes that you'll get him back. Maybe you will, but equally, maybe you won't. If you find yourself daydreaming about ways to get him back, then you give yourself a reality check. Right now, he is your ex, and he's been won over since he ended your relationship. Even if you desperately want everything to be the way it was, learn to accept the breakup and the fact that the option is not on the table at the moment. Look, I know that you may want to fix things, but if you've tried talking to your boyfriend and he doesn't want to, then there's no much more than you can do at this point. You can focus on yourself though and start to heal from it. So start by finding space to do that without interruptions. If you can, have one last conversation with your boyfriend and put the phone down. Get some distance. And I mean put it down. At this point, you need to put some distance between the two of you. That means cutting off contact, no text at all, no stalking his profile every day to see what he's been up to. In fact, snooze him for 30 days on your social media. You cannot move on if you're constantly seeing him pop up in your feed. And most certainly don't meet up so you can try and persuade him into talking you back. Have some respect for yourself. You need time to heal and process this. Yes, there's a possibility that your boyfriend will change his mind, but that's unlikely to happen quickly. And you need time to figure out what you want too. When someone breaks up with you, it can hurt so much that you want them back without really thinking about it. But do you really want him back? If he had a reason to break up with you, you probably have a reason to let him go. Focus on the negative things about him and your relationship, and don't let yourself crave something that probably didn't make you happy in the first place. Get some distance from him to heal from the hurt and figure out what you truly want from him. Focus on yourself. Look on the bright side. Getting some distance from this guy will give you a lot more free time, and you should use only a small portion of this to dwell on the breakup. Use the rest of it to focus on yourself, learn new things, meet new people and start a new hobby. Try to look at ways you can improve yourself and your life for the better. Sure, you're going to feel sad at times, but don't let it stop you from doing the things that you love and trying new things. And remember that you have the power to cheer yourself up and not let it get you down. When you feel like crying, cry, but try to do something positive even with all those negative feelings swirling around. Give it some time. At this point, focusing on yourself is the right thing to do. Keep yourself busy and occupy your time by giving yourself much needed breathing space. You're probably going to talk to each other again, but don't rush to reach out to him right now. Wait to see if he'll be the one who reaches out to you, but make sure you don't wait around for that, if you know what I mean. You get to decide how long no contact period is going to last, whether he contacts you or not, but it should preferably last for at least 30 days. This is enough time for everything to settle down, and by then you'll both know if you've made the right choice or even if you have no regrets. Get in touch with him again. Okay, so I know I said cut all contact, but once you've had a breakup, you can reach out to him again. Waiting for a while is always a good idea because your feelings might change and you might realise that you don't actually want to be with him anymore. However, if you still do want him back, give him another chance or ask him to give you one. Send him a message and see if he can meet to talk. If he agrees to see you and he's happy about it, then maybe he's willing to talk to you and try to work things out again. So then you have a choice to discuss what happened, what went wrong from his perspective, and how you can work to improve things. Respect his decision. If he rejects you and gives you a vague short answer while you're texting, then you should just probably give up. Respect his decision to leave it and realise that this is now just somebody that you used to date. Not everyone can stay with you forever, and the wrong person has to leave so that's the right one can come along. Save your dignity and don't chase after a man who doesn't want you, even if you think that he's the most amazing man in the world. He's definitely not, and becoming more aware of his flaws can help you get over him. Don't ruin all this progress you've made before you contact him. Get back to your hobbies, your friends, work responsibilities, and anything else that you had going on. Pack up all the keepsakes that remind you of him and keep your relationship and get rid of him. If you've been living together, then maybe you could also do a little redecorating. At the very least, get yourself some nice new bed sheets to start with a clean slate, so to speak. Find closure on your own. In the end, only you can find your own closure. Don't rely on him to give it to you. Give yourself time to grieve over the ending of the relationship, but make sure you stop all contact with him and accept that you won't be together anymore. Write in a journal, talk to your friends, or see a counsellor and start dating when you feel that you're ready to put yourself out there again. Your closure doesn't have to be some dramatic goodbye, but having something like that can help you close a chapter of your life. So write a letter to say goodbye to him, but don't send it. Keep it along with a list of reasons why he's not the right person for you. Writing down why you shouldn't want to be with him again can help you during those moments when you desperately want to call him again. Don't lose sight of the fact that you're going to fall in love again and you're going to have a happy relationship. It just won't be with him, and that's probably a good thing when you think about it. The right person for you won't leave you. They'll stick around for good. So somebody who breaks up with you is actually proving that they're wrong for you and can't make you happy. You'll find your happiness on your own, and someone will make you even happier by being with you and staying with you. I'm hoping my advice will help you to move on from this and start your healing process. It can be a really tough time, but you can get through it. Why not check out our video on the power of being single? Sometimes we need to learn to love ourselves before we can move on. As always, click that like button for me if I've helped so that we can get more people on the right advice. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.